Hello everyone and welcome to my little corner of YouTube. If you're brand new here, then welcome in. I'm glad to see you. I hope you do enjoy this little video I'm about to present to you. And if you are one of my returning, quote, fans, end quote, you know what I mean, then I'm so glad to see you. And I do hope you enjoy it. It's the holiday season and I had fully meant to have this video up yesterday, but regardless of how you celebrate the winter months, you all know it's so busy and, life gets in the way. That being said, it's here now. So grab your favorite chair by the fireplace, curl up nice and warm with your beverage of choice, and get ready as I regale the tale of Spiritual Tom Ellis, Part 2. But before I do that, there is a trigger warning involved. Scammers make me angry, no matter what their melanin or country. Just so happens I mostly deal with African scammers. I've dealt with others too. They make me angry, but I tend to try to just go with the flow and push through, get information out of them, waste their time, report them when and if I can, and then give you all the info that I've gathered. But this scammer, as you'll see in part 2, made me so angry. He boiled my blood so much, and it was everything in my power that I could do to be as calm and collective as I could. But I will admit to you now that dyslexia and typing errors aside, you'll notice when I start really getting mad when my typing errors are through the roof. I do not care to fix them. I am typing so fast because I really wish I could have strangled this lovely fellow. Oh, that was hard to say. I really wanted to strangle him. So, he is the most manipulative one that I have run into so far. If you don't want to deal with manipulation and incredibly horrible takes on life, stop watching right now. Otherwise, let us continue as I regale the tale of a spiritual Tom Ellis. So it's been half a tick since I last talked about this Tom Ellis, and if you remember, we ended last video with him either blocking me or his page being reported, as he claims, in a few minutes. Doesn't matter. We ended. He was done. I screenshotted everything and put it into a little video and then deleted my conversation. And I thought literally that was the last of him. But he came back, and instead of the 5.6K people that liked his page, there was now 5.9K people. And he starts, Iafok. And I responded, yes. How are you? Am well, you? I am well. Nice to hear from you, he says. Indeed, though you are the one who contacted me. We have spoken before, though, if I remember correctly. You went away without a word. Could you share a picture of you? He asks. What did you do with the last picture I gave you, dear? Didn't send any, he tells me. Well, we have spoken before, so I'm sure I did. I know we have spoken before here on this chat. You haven't sent me your picture here on this chat. You only just messaged me in here today. Really? all the old chats have been cleared out. Sorry, folks. And they had. I had cleared out everything. And actually, I had forgotten about him. That's how long it took between the time that he was gone to the time that he contacted me again. I'd forgotten all about him. But he hadn't forgotten about me. Said, really? All the old chats have been cleared? And then he showed me a screenshot of when we've spoken before, and that's how I knew that it was the same Tom Ellis. I'm like, oh, okay. Well, that's what happens when you block me, I told him. And I showed him, because then I realized who I was talking to, a screenshot of our last message together. He says, I didn't block you. Yes, you did. My page was taken down. You seem to have it back now, though. So, I don't know why his page would have gotten taken down and then given back to him. And if this is indeed the case, then I have a lot more anger towards Facebook than I ever did before. Because why would you take it down when it's proven that it's been a fraud and then give it back? Like, what in the world could he have said to get it back? I'm highly suspicious. Highly suspicious. It was taken down 4 days ago, he said, but I got it back a few hours ago. And I find that highly unlikely because it was more than 4 days since I'd last spoken to him. I would not have forgotten him in 4 days. Whatever. I see, I said. You thought I blocked you? And then I reminded him of the part where where I couldn't talk to him. I said, this indicates you did. So, it is what it is. Okay, it's fine if you don't believe me. It is what it is. So, what have you been doing for 4 days? I asked. Been living my life. Just differently, I said. Don't know why you think I blocked you. Meanwhile, I'm back here texting you. Crypto is on the ball run. I need money to invest and gain profit. Now, I'm assuming, or had assumed, sorry for all the adjustments there, that he was going to try to come at me to help him fill his Bitcoin wallet or bullshit like that. I don't know. I didn't entertain it. I didn't let him go there. So I just carried on. I said, you can unblock people after you block them. So not sure why you're upset that I said that you blocked me, because it's true. He could have blocked me and then unblocked me. But now that I have come to know a little bit more, it is most likely that he was taken down. I do think when it says when it has the picture of the link broken, it was taken down. But then if there's just a wrench, you're blocked. I don't know. If somebody knows the way Facebook does things, I don't think Facebook knows the way they do things. Let me know in the comment, what's the difference between a broken chain and a wrench icon when you can't talk to somebody. I don't know. Ultimately, it doesn't matter. And he gives me a face palm, amazingly enough, with a white person face palm. I said, anyway, you claim to have gone through my profile and seen all my pictures, so you don't need one. Because he had. He had claimed that he had seen everything, and he saw what he believed that I was a white person, and that he saw all my scam warnings and all this stuff, so he wouldn't need a picture. Okay then, he says, no walla, which means no trouble in Pidgin. Sorry, I'm just trying to adjust my camera view there. Correct, no trouble indeed. Anyhow, Way you want am. I no get strength to day try, day convince you. It's you way want na, I said. Now, if you don't know Pidgin, if you don't know dialect from places in Africa, then it might look like he's like mistyping things and just doing gibberish. But no, in this case, he's not doing gibberish. This is him speaking freely and not pretending to be the white man that he is pretending to be, or has been. LOL, you know, even Sabi, am I like that? So I don't even know that he's like that. I fit teach you, but you no one learn. Yeah, I know you as much as you know me. It's true, I said. What day you want to teach me? Not true. You don't know me, and I don't know you, he says. And again, if you're from the Western world, you would have picked up on what I said, but he didn't. He clearly didn't. I literally just said, I know you as much as you know me, which means he doesn't know me and I don't know him. It makes perfect sense in my mind, but to him it doesn't. I just said that. If I don't know you and you don't know me, when I say I know you as much, anyway, if it doesn't make sense to you, then maybe it's just narrow, spicy thinking. Maybe it's just my brain chemistry that makes me think that way, but it made sense to me. And then I reminded him that I said, I know as much about you as you know about me. He said, I am just interested in chatting with you because it's a good feeling. I don't know if you are compromised too. I think he was trying to find out if I'm the one that reported him. And I do not believe that I actually reported this guy. I think I just let him, I left him alone. I do report some, but the problem is that a lot of things, when I report what is clearly a message of scamming, Facebook doesn't say anything. But if I report something that isn't clearly scamming, they do. I can't make heads nor tails of it. Makes no sense to me. Anyway. In English, this means we don't know each other. Yeah, whatever, he says. So dismissive. I was giving you factual information. I know. Thanks anyway, he says. LOL, you accuse me of not caring that you are trying to teach me. Then, when I say something, it's whatever. Not sure why you were so mad. It's fine. I'm not mad, says our mad scammer. Cool. What do you do for a living? I'm a curator, I told him. Anyway, the building will be open soon, and I need to grab a cuppa to go then, so enjoy your lunch. Because it would have been about lunchtime. I mean, maybe he doesn't eat lunch at, quote, lunchtime, but it is around about lunchtime. Okay, it's fine. I don't know what time it is for you. Just after 5 a.m. now. It was almost midnight when you messaged me. For you, of course, it's evening. Are you married, he asks. Nope. Are you? Nope. How are you? I am well, I said, and you? It's a full moon out tonight, so there's a lot of good, positive energy to work with. I'm well, too. I noticed the full moon, too. What are you working on? Said nothing in particular. I mean, we work with energy every day. Sometimes the energy is bigger than others. Well, I can agree, he says. So I gave him a thumbs up. Next day, in the evening, hey, dear. Hello. How are you, Iafok? I am well. It's early yet. Last night was a late night, helping raise funds for disabled children. How are you? And you know what? Normally, I don't put my personal, what really goes on in my life into my scam baiting, but I did this on purpose because, yes, I was at a fundraiser. Yes, it was for children who had high special needs. And I did that on purpose because I was going to want to look for the money. I was trying to find a way to report him, get him off, all those things. And it worked kind of because he was interested, but it didn't work. So it kind of bit me in the butt. Great. Were you able to achieve something, he asks. I'm doing great. Oh, well, before I left, they raised just shy of $2 million. I'd say that's a win. Mostly the best thing was seeing the joy on the kids' faces. It's good to know. Were you able to donate something? This is where I thought I would, I'm like, yeah, here he goes. If I can give money to these kids that have, whatever issues, then I can surely give money to him because he's dying and poor in Nigeria. And I said, no, dear. I was working with the organization to get donations. Oh, lovely. Nice to know you're helping out too. So, what are your plans for the week? I asked. Nothing much. Just keep doing what I do on a daily basis, which is continually learning learning of life's rich experiences. So literally what he just told me, what we all know, is that he is going to continue to scam and steal money. Yes, he might get when he's saying he's life's rich experiences, he's getting information. They take down whatever you tell them. They take down your information. They store it away for later, at least the smart ones. Yeah, I use the word smart very lightly. They catalog everything. They gain more information to help them scam the next person and the next person and the next person. They also keep your information to help them better scam you in the future, and or your family, whatever information you give them. Life has many lessons she wishes to teach us, I said. It is our job to work hard and honestly in order to be worthy of her secrets. I'm so tired of those who take and look for high handouts. Worse are those fools who think the world owes them something. And this goes for scammers and non-scammers. Yes, you are right. I wish there was something I could add to what you are saying. You've said it all. And so I informed him that my goal, other than helping those who are honest, is to give issue to those who deceive and steal. Money is not freely given to those who have to lie to get it. No manner of God smiles on the scammer and thieves. In the end, they all get what they deserve. Sorry to say that more often than not, it's and ultimately end of life. I have no idea what I meant by it's an ultimately end of life, but whatever. You're dead, bro. You're dead. And my response to his wishing to say something more about it, I said, well, then I would say make better choices with your life. But we know you will continue to hustle, shame, taking money off people who help fund your crypto gain, all because you don't feel like doing it honestly. May your God deal with you in a just and fair way based on your actions. What are you talking about? He says. How do you not know? Because I can't relate. I'll not lie to myself either. I'll not lie to myself either. There has to be predators and prey. Also, there has to be a balance, good and bad. There has to be experience in all the good will prevail, or in all the good will prevail. And as you'll see, this is where I started getting very angry with him. First of all, I cannot lie to myself, but scammers. The minute you try to tell people that you are somebody else in order to get money off of them, you are lying to yourself as much as you are to the other people. You lie to yourself that you do not lie. You lie to yourself that you do not steal. You lie to yourself that you do not kill. You fucking lie. End of story. How you can't see that? It's like, man, the delusion, wow. Okay. And then it was his whole entire, there has to be good and bad. So he has chosen that he's going to be the bad guy. He's going to be the bad guy. And then eventually all the good guys, all the people that he's like leeching off of, will prevail in the end. But you know what? This doesn't have to be like this. This is a bullshit take on life. Absolute bullshit take on life. And a bullshit excuse for being able to justify to continue to steal. Thank you for being sincere with me, he says. And my response to him not lying to himself, I said, and yet you are still under the guise of a celebrity. You and I live different lives, he says. You absolutely know nothing about me as I do. You were born into a good state, You were born into a good state of being, fair enough at least, a wonderful system that works. You can't stay in your comfort zone and say all you say without having a first-hand experience of what these people go through. And I'm not going to bear all to the internet, but this really got me. That he's sitting all the way over there in Africa thinking that everything is better all the way over here where I live. Fucking bullshit. There are poor people all over the world. There are ghettos all over the world. There are people dying on the streets all over the world. And again, it does not matter what your melanin is. You can't just see a white person and say, they're rich and they're whatever. You can't just see a black person and say, they're a scammer, stealer, thief, thug. It doesn't work that way. I was not brought up in any way, shape, or form the way he thinks. Sorry. Calming down now. About the dark and light, I said, such a misguided and tragic view. There can just be people existing. Only reason for people to be so bad is laziness combined with narcissistic attitudes. And in response to his living different lives, I said that's an understatement for sure. But when he was like, me being in a good state, I'm like, laugh my fucking ass off. You think that? Kid, you have no clue. I didn't know that you were that deluded. I'm neither supporting or defending their actions. You can keep arguing and finding ways to discredit what I have to say, but there's over 1,000 of them that are out there doing the worst things. China, India, Africa, America, and everywhere. They're people intentionally doing these things you fight against. So, again, he's trying to justify what he does. He doesn't support it, but he's justifying the fact that he's doing it. He's justifying the fact that they're doing it, and basically I just need to lay down and die. Stop fighting. It's not worth it. Which I'll tell you, folks, gonna make me fucking fight even more. I am not a perfect human. I am just striving to be better. I welcome change and growth. Yeah, right. I am an advocator for knowledge, and I also welcome your criticism or corrections. And he didn't. My criticism and corrections were only welcome because that way he can find a way to better justify what he does. He was just using me for his own script. Yes, I fight against all grifters, thieves, and kill. It's supposed to be killers, but I said killed. Yes, I know all manner of people do these things. Do you think I don't convert other untowards people? That was supposed to be confront other untowards people. You are more wrong than you know. You disc about them, so you talk about them, add of you, as if you don't do the same thing. How fascinating. As you can tell, I'm quite livid at this point. And it comes across as gibbly gush. No one is perfect. Just some are so misguided to think that they are justified and entitled, I told him. Well, I'm not one of them, he says. Like, after all this, he actually thinks he's not one of them. I don't even know who he thinks he is. Then why are you Tom Ellis? What do you gain? Do you have to deny the beautiful skin you were born with and wear a white man's face that's not yours? Because literally, that's what he's doing. And then I took a picture, a screenshot, and he, had been doing this since about the 24th of February, 2023. What do you want, Iafok? He says. You have been doing this for almost 2 years. I suppose what I want doesn't matter at this point. You will keep trying to justify your actions like any other junkie all over the world. Shame you drag your fellow countrymen down. Did you come to throw words at me? And that got me too, because I didn't come back to him. He had a clean break. He was done, finito. He was taken down. When he got himself reinstated, he didn't have to keep coming to talk to me. But here he goes to try to gaslight me, say, well, you're coming to me. Why are you throwing words at me? I'm like, no, I didn't come to you. Both times you came to me willingly, like a little dog. Just saying. People who do what you do don't help. Africans are wonderful people. Those who do your, quote, job, end quote, make them look bad. I am done. Kill your people if you must. Thanks for your words. I appreciate your efforts. They won't go unnoticed. And then I took another quick screenshot, just showing how I don't know where he's at now. I'm done with him. Was at 4.K9 likes and 6.8K followers. Many of those might have been bots. Who knows? But either way, this man really irked me more than most. I want to thank you all for joining in on this little illuminating tale. And just so you know that, yes, we didn't get very far with him. Or by we, I mean I. But he certainly did give me a lot to think about. And those that try to tell me that they can be rehabilitated, that it's an accident, that they don't know what they do, blah, 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 blah. They don't understand. It's people like this one that show me different. At this point, and as long as I have been scam baiting and been watching other scam baiters, I can't assume that they're innocent until they prove that they're innocent. And so far, nobody's been able to prove that. They're all a bunch of low-life thugs selling snake oil or ice cubes to those who live in Alaska. Like, come on. But this was my most frustrating, most angering, most blood pressure boiling scammer that I've dealt with. I hope you did learn something, though, and you did see a new sign or side of scammers, and you probably saw a new side of me. uh, I hope you liked it. If you do, please give it a thumbs up and consider to subscribe. If you are not aware, subscription does not cost any money. Just click the bell. You get the notifications of when I'm doing another video. And subscriptions and liking just helps so that way other people can know. It keeps the YouTube gods and the algorithm gods in sync so other people can see what I do, what I have to say. Even though I'm unscripted and not quite as professional as our boy Kit Boga and them, I do my best. Thank you again for watching. And please stay safe out there. Don't get scammed, because I care.